Isn't it a beautiful day for a change? Yeah. Does anybody remember what used to be on this site? The old city animal control building used to be here, and it was demolitioned about 3 years ago. We've built a beautiful skate park in its place, and what's even, I think, more ironic, we have a dog park right next door, and that was a vacant lot only a couple of years ago. So you can see what the vision is going to be like of this and where we're going with the park. I'm just so pleased to see so many folks here. My good friend Minnie Ramirez is going to speak today, is sitting here. When she walked up, she said, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful." I think it is. My name is Brad Dick. I'm a group executive within the mayor's office, and I have one of the park system rolls up to me. And the parks is my love. I always say I don't have any kids, but I have parks, and that's even just as good, I think. So anyway, what I'd like to do is get our speaking started today, and then we're going to let people have a good time. Hopefully, if you haven't registered yet, you get registered. There's tacos are part of today. The taco truck's here. T-shirts. We got skateboards for the young kids. Then we'll have a ribbon cutting ceremony. We would like to get a lot of the youth up here to help cut the ribbon today. So first speaker today, I'd like to call Councilmember Raquel Castañeda-López, who's, I'm talking slow because she's texting right now. Oh, she's posting, sorry. Councilmember.
Thank you. This is not my microphone.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
I don't use podiums, guys, because they block me. So good morning, everyone. I'm super happy to be here, not just one as a representative for this area, but because I was born and raised in Southwest, third generation, woohoo. And so my father actually used to bring us fishing here back in the day over at Riverside Park a little bit that way, and I live right down, not too far over on Clark Street. And so there was a big contentious battle when the funding and the park was being discussed and what was going to be put here. So really, really amazed. I'm not a skater, but I'm like, oh, maybe I can try with the little babies in the back there. And I'm sure I'll get cut, but that's okay. But really happy to be here because this has been a long time in the making. I think the conversation started in like 2014, 2015. And so I want to thank the Community Advisory Group who's been involved with this. I know they may speak later, but Joe Rashid, Minnie, Gloria Rocha, I know she's not here, Amelia Duran. There's a lot of folks who played a role in really shaping this space to make sure it was driven by and really for the residents in this immediate area. In Southwest, we have very few access points to the riverfront, and so this park is really, really beautiful and important about making sure that people in these neighborhoods have access to the riverfront. But just want to again thank the mayor, thank Brad Dick. He works really, really hard. Thank all the people in GSD and the rec department who you see up here who aren't probably going to speak, but they're the ones behind the scenes that do all the hard work to make these things happen. And thank you again so much for coming out.
All right. I'll use this too. Thanks. Also, next up, we have a community advisory board, as the council member mentioned, that's been working with us for the last 5 years now in this, I believe. And it's been a great group to work with. I think we've only had one person leave and switch out, so it's been a group that's been staying with us for the whole time. And representing that group today is Minnie Ramirez, a resident of Southwest Detroit. Ms. Ramirez.
I'm going to be like Councilwoman Lopez because the podium, I'm too short too. I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Riverside Advisory Council. We have been at this for a long time. We look forward to this park to be open, skate park and everything. And yes, we've been here for so many years. And I have to thank Gloria Rocha, Joe Richard, and Tim Carl. Thank you for your guidance, Brad. You guys were awesome, and I'm so proud. And I want to also say, please say hi to our neighborhood police officers, Officer Garrett and Officer Ruiz, who are from the 4th Precinct, always takes care of this park. So I just want to let you shout out. Thank you so much. It's not over. Our gem park is going to continue, and wait till you see what else we're going to do.
Yeah, speaking of other things, too, the baseball field's open down there officially now, down with the bridge. Then we have the soccer field. We had the playscape. So it's going to be a lot more coming in the future. Next up is Miki Vuckovich from the Tony Hawk Foundation. There you are.
Hello. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. It's great to be working with many members of the community and surrounding communities through our Built to Play skate park program that we launched last year with the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, our tremendous partners in the region who have really stepped up to help youth, and in this particular way, to help them be active and help them get engaged in the process of developing public skate parks like this one here at Riverside. I mean, this is a fantastic example of the work you're going to be seeing around not just Detroit, but the region and in the couple of years to come. And also want to say, many of you know Tony Hawk has family in the area. They have a second home here in Detroit, in the city. It's a town that's very close to him. My own grandfather worked at the Ford factory. My father grew up here in Detroit, and so, with many of the challenges that the city had faced in the previous decades, it's not just Detroit and Detroiters, but it's really America that has. There aren't many Americans, I think, who are very far removed from this city, whether it's through family or through their own ancestry. And I think that the success that we've seen in this city, certainly that I've seen in my last few visits over the last few years, and resources like the skate park that are becoming much more common these days, are really showing not just the locals, but the country overall, that the city is really coming back. And it's certainly from our perspective in San Diego, and I think for people all around the country, really inspirational to see Detroit coming back, because I think it's an indicator for our whole country, and it's certainly inspirational for people in other areas, and for certainly in our work with skate parks in other regions to see this example. And we're certainly proud to be doing the work we're doing with our local partners, the local community push, and other local advocacy groups, and our great friends at the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation. And we're really proud to be here today. And this is just one of many to come, and another great indicator of where Detroit is going. Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it. And before I introduce Dave Egner, I'd like to call out somebody in the audience who's really special to me, Gloria Rochas. Gloria, stand up, come on. She's on our advisory council. Gloria is the rockingest, coolest grandma in all of Southwest Detroit. And she doesn't skate, though, but I think she might try today. But Gloria is on all of our park advisory councils, is a constant advocate for parks in Southwest Detroit, and she just deserves a big thank you. So thank you, Gloria. Also, I'd like to call up who's between the Hawk Foundation and the Wilson Foundation, made a lot of this possible today, Dave Egner, who with the Wilson Foundation, wearing a very nice T-shirt.
Thank you, Brad. I would like to say I designed this T-shirt myself, and I don't stand behind podiums because many times I'm hit. No, wait, that's not true. That's your line, Councilwoman. I'm so delighted to be here. I'll be very quick. The Ralph Wilson Foundation has a great interest in this park for a couple reasons. One, look around where you are. Think about what was here before, but now imagine what's being built in that direction, what's being finished over here, how this then connects to the Joe Louis Greenway, to the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Centennial Park, to the Riverwalk. We're connecting this city through parks and trails. That's the way you get people interacting with each other, on trails, in parks. And so we're so delighted that that's happening right here. And it's an economic development activity, it's a talent-making activity, and it's a neighbor-connecting activity. So we're delighted with that. We did a study a few years ago looking at kids and activities, what they were doing. You know that only 13% of kids in this region get the exercise that is suggested by the Center for Disease Control. 13%. If you take that cohort of 5-year-olds to 18-year-olds that were surveyed, downstream, that's a $1.2 billion healthcare and lost productivity problem. And that's every single year that keeps stacking up. We got to get kids more active. And kids have told us they want play spaces that have free space where they can have free play. And they want places where they don't have coaches and they don't have parents and they want to be engaged. So we've engaged in a process called Built to Play, where we put $10 million in for Southeast Michigan and Western New York. And we're going to see up to 20 of these skate parks built, along with playgrounds in both of those regions. So, can I get a shout out from all the skaters and bikers and people that are here? We love the fact this is connecting neighborhoods, but this is for you. And I want to see you here, and these lights will keep you here at hours. Perhaps I'll be sleeping as an old man. But we want to see you here. This is for you. Get active. Get others active with you. It matters, and it makes a difference not only in the fun you have, in the experience you have, but it makes a difference down the road in how people not only connect and see you, but how your health works and how your productivity works. And it's just a great day to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. We have one more final speaker before Mayor Duggan speaks. Derrick Dykas. Where's Derrick? Okay, Derrick. Derrick is the head of the Community Push group, and he's also a city employee. He works for General Services Department, our Park Development Group, and does a great job. And we're just glad that Derrick's a part of all of our teams. There he goes.
All right, take a look around. We did it. We got all these skateboarders out of bed before noon. But jokes aside, we've been doing Community Push for about 5 years now, and it's been a pleasure from start to finish. And our main goal with it was just to help. We didn't have any main objective going into it. We just wanted to help at whatever crossroads we came across and do whatever we can to help push skateboarding in the city. And first off, I'd like to thank all of our volunteers. This isn't a one-man show. We've got dozens of people helping. We were up till after 2 o'clock last night putting together all those skateboards to give out today, and it was fun. We had 10 people and nobody complained because it was, it's our pleasure to be able to do this and provide this to the city of Detroit. And secondly, I'd like to thank the whole Parks and Rec department. They believe in us. When they came down to doing this, they asked us, what do you guys want to do? What would be a good, what's going to be a good park, that people are going to come out and skate and, really enjoy. So, they gave us the ball and we put it back into your guys' hands, and this is the result. So thank Mayor Duggan, Brad, Dick, Tim, Carl, the whole department, the whole city, and thank you for believing us. Thank you for believing in skateboarding, and most importantly, thank you for investing it. Thank you for giving to it. But the park's been open for maybe a little bit over than a month, but as you've seen it, there's a lot of people here, so I guess it's just time to do it again. So let's get another one. Let's do this on every side of the city. Thanks.
All right. And then a quick shout out to all the General Services Department employees here. Raise your hands if you're a GSD. Thank you for being here. You're going to take care of this park and make it look nice still. So with that, the man who helped make a lot of this responsible, Mayor Duggan, who also keeps asking me all the time, what's next? What's next? What's taking so long? Where are we at? If you ever need a coach to coach you through to get things done in time, the mayor's the guy. So Mayor Duggan, please come up and say a few words.
All right. Okay. Isn't this a great day? So let's start by thanking again the people responsible, Brad, Dick, and everybody from the city GSD team. The members of our Community Advisory Committee who helped us design all of this park. And Dave Egner, the Wilson Foundation, Miki, the Tony Hawk Foundation, thank you for your support. When we started out, I really wanted to focus on Southwest Detroit. And Southwest Detroit's got some great parks. They got Patton Park and Romanowski and Clark Park. What Southwest Detroit has never had is access to the river. You could live in Southwest, you could be a mile away from the river, but you didn't go near it because, if anything, it was industrial activity and pollutants. And we sat out and said, we're going to create a world-class park for Southwest Detroit. And we started that and said it couldn't be done. You got a railroad track, you got a bridge, nobody's going to want to go there. But one step at a time, piece by piece, we assembled the land, we moved out the dog pound, and how does it look right now? And so, for a community that hasn't had access to world-class riverfront activities, you're going to have this. Pretty soon, when you see what the Wilson Foundation builds just the other side of the bridge, they're going to have a beach that you can actually come down and wade into the water up there. And it's going to be able to connect all the way to Belle Isle with walking trails and bike trails right from this spot. We're reclaiming the riverfront for generations of Detroiters. And right now, what we need are a few young skateboarders to come on up here and help us cut this ribbon so we can open this park. Anybody want to volunteer to help? You want to come help us? All right.
All right. I have to say, this young man right here, raise your hand. He has been here since 5 a.m. skating. 1, 2, 3. Yay! Welcome to Riverside Skatepark. Don't break anything.